the Harmony Bends Disc Golf Course at Strawn Park in Columbia, Missouri for the 2021 PDGA Professional Masters Disc Golf Championships. And the final round for the Pro Masters Women 40 Plus. I'm Mo Lewis alongside Tim Laws. We've got an exciting card here. We've got a Disc Golf Hall of Famer. We've got the current world champion.
Absolutely, it's a pleasure to be here and an honor, guys. Own Scoggins in first place at 19 down. Going to be the first to take the box, as well as, many legends of disc golf and disc golf royalty. We got Jennifer Allen, Hall of Famer Des Redding, and Melinda Ring.
And here's the first hole at Harmony Bends. It is a par 5. They're going to be crossing the creek twice, teeing off from the red pads here. And as you can see, fantastic card for this final round at the Tim Selinske, and beautiful conditions. We've had great weather all weekend long, nice and dry, and we're ready for this final round. This should be a good one.
Yep, absolutely. So hole one's coming in at 531 feet with danger all around. Off the tee here, the players are going to have to try to see if they want to challenge the creek or lay up to the left of the creek.
And here we are, the current Pro Masters Women 40 Plus World Champion, Own Scoggins from Los Angeles, California.
Looks like she's lining up a light Star Destroyer here. Who flipped it over, going towards the OB. Gets a good tree, and that's not too bad. She should have plenty of opportunity to even maybe save birdie from there.
And here's Jennifer Allen. Jennifer Allen actually won here in Columbia, won the Mid-America Open a couple of years ago. Came through town.
Yep. So Jennifer's coming in one shot off the lead at 18 down. She is lining up a Star Destroyer as well. Let's see if so you can kind of try to throw it real far if you want to challenge the OB here and throw it over the corner of the creek.
As you can see here at Harmony Bends, all of the OB is flagged. See it real clearly. Lots of pull.
Yep. Looks like she chose the safe route, making sure to miss the OB. Well left, but still plenty of opportunity to save birdie here.
A lot of power on that, fighting through the leaves and still finishing. She'll have a nice way to approach.
Yep. Next up, coming in at 15 down, is the recently inducted Hall of Famer, Des Redding.
Really excited to have Des in town for this event. She's not signed up for it and signed up late. And when her name went up on the list, the excitement level for this whole event went up.
Yep. She's lining up an old school T-Bird, I believe. She said in earlier coverage that her bag's basically all antiques. Making the safe play, placement shot, right there, center cut fairway, great position.
And last on the card, we've got Melinda Ring from Ann Arbor, Michigan.
Yep, she's coming in at 14 down and lining up some kind of Innova driver here.
From Ann Arbor, Michigan, Melinda Ring.
Caught a little bit of the ceiling there, but still in the fairway, and 530 feet's not that far for a par 5, so birdie's still in play for all these players.
Owen going down the creek, gonna lay up over there to the left. It should be
sneaking it right back in. I believe that was a Champion Rock 3. Looks like Melinda throwing a mid as well.
As you can see, the distance on their drives being knocked down a little bit early. It didn't affect it too much. They're still able to reach that landing zone.
As you can kind of see off in the distance, the approach to this basket is pretty difficult. We've roped off OB for the last 75 feet or so. Ooh. And Des is sneaking right into the OB there. Definitely get punished if you go for it on this and don't make it. Jennifer just throwing it up to the ropes there with Cayman, I believe.
With her approach on Scoggins inside the circle, I believe.
Yeah, it looks like she stayed up. Melinda trying to throw up top two. Want to get in position for her birdie,
Ooh.
and that's what happens if you don't make it up top.
And that bank, the video doesn't really do it justice. It's a lot higher. Jennifer Brown, wow.
Wow. Almost throwing it in for the eagle.
Off the rim.
All right.
What a
That's kind of
shot.
lining this one up.
Get in. Get in.
Threw that right in. I know that she bags Yeti AVRs and AVR drivers. I'm not sure which
Wow.
one that was.
What a
Fantastic.
great start to this round.
And we get the slow-mo replay.
Nicely done.
Outstanding. That's probably 90 to 100 feet there and 8 feet up maybe. Big smiles all around.
A little excited to see that. Everybody excited to see that one go in.
All right. Owen's going to see if she can match it. She threw up top on her previous shot. We'll see when we get up there.
Right off the top.
That was a provisional.
Get in. Get in.
And Melinda's in there for a tap. So
Looks like Owen was in bounds.
yeah, very good.
Jennifer tapping in her birdie, turbo style. With her Yeti Pro AVR Melinda cleaning up a bogey.
And we're going to head over to hole number 2 here at Harmony Bends. And again, teeing off from the red pads. Harmony Bends with multiple pin placements, multiple tee pads as well. Here the red.
Yeah, and a couple of these first holes maybe have a little bit of soft par. You know, they were thinking about the entire division, the entire pool. So this hole's coming in at 342 feet, par 4. Definitely Eagle is in play for some of these longer throwers.
But it's a lot of trouble, a lot of trees. And if you get a bad kick, you can really find yourself in a tough spot. And of course, as you saw with that flyover, the creek right behind the basket.
Looks like Owen's lining up a halo turn, perhaps. Right out there, perfect position, but in that spot where she's probably going to have to lay up. The OB is only about 10, 12 feet behind the basket there. Jennifer's lining up a champion Leopard 3, I believe.
Really going for it. Oh, and just, wow, that got pretty greasy through there.
Yeah.
Slid through.
And, you know, also left a little bit left, but still should be an easy up and down for the birdie. That's probably lining up the Stingray here.
After that great shot on number 1, and she's going to have some more work to do here on number 2.
Yep, leaking off into the trees a little bit.
Melinda Ring, she had a big payday earlier this year. Won the Lone Star Classic, driven by Innova and the Pro Masters Women Plus. Good performance here this weekend.
Yep, caught that guardian tree in the middle of the fairway there and kicked off. She's going to have to try to scramble. Lots of trees over here on this side. And she found one of them.
Yeah. Did not kick her the right direction either.
Just got a few trees to navigate around, but it is an executable upshot here.
But again, you can't really go for it too much because the creek is right behind it, OB. So yeah, she's laid up pretty safely there.
Yeah, 15, 20 feet. Melinda trying to get up and down for her par. And catches another tree she's going to have just outside the circle putt for par. Jennifer in that weird spot where you want to go for it, but it's probably not a wise decision. She lays up. Very similar position as well, also laying up. So
I'd say these first two holes are they're tough holes, but two just seems it just seems intimidating in a lot of ways with that creek right behind it, and oh, what a great putt, Melinda, well done.
didn't intimidate Melinda right
No,
there,
she
but
just jammed it in there, didn't she?
yeah, very dangerous putt, but right in the chains. Des leaving it a little low, maybe a little bit of not quite warmed up early round. She's knocking in most of those putts from that distance. Jennifer turbo style again for her birdie.
It's really great to see a top player like Jennifer using the turbo just consistently. I mean, that's her putt inside, 15 feet. She's very comfortable with it, and you don't see her miss it very often.
Des cleaning up her par, and we're gonna climb up the hill to hole 3.
It's a little bit shorter hole than the last couple, and still some danger to it, though. Now, this is aceable. You can park it, but if you leak it out too far to the right, it can kick off a tree and go down the hill. You can find yourself in a real ticklish spot there. Long, and again, it's down the hill.
Yeah, you definitely got to think about how you're landing your disc. It's only 136 feet, but speed control and angle control are everything on this elevated John Hawk course.
So on the G pad here.
On throwing her JK AVR and going a little long and getting that roll away we were talking about. And landed at about 5-10 feet from the basket, and she's going to have a 50-footer up the hill. Jennifer going this forehand route is kind of the safe play, but definitely easy to get birdies this way as well. You just kind of let gravity take you down.
Now, the thing is, if that tree doesn't hit it, it could have skipped down the hillside, though, too. That was a nice little break. But
yep. Des throwing the traditional straight at it backhand hyzer for the righties.
That is comfortable.
Landing it nice and short, that's what you want to do on this hole. Land it short and let gravity take it to the basket. Melinda also lining up a putter, I believe. And just inside the circle. A little bit of a tester, but owns one of the greatest putters on the tour. I watched her in the bag. She said she makes 250 putts a day.
Wow.
That's
how
impressive.
you do it. Yeah,
that's how you get good at putting, guys. Oh, just off to the pro side there. Decent bid.
And Des for her birdie. In the background, you can see guys that are playing hole number 1 down below. So there's a beautiful piece of real estate here in Columbia, Missouri, donated to the city years ago, turned into a disc golf course here in 2016. John Houck designed it. So here on hole number 4, again, a short-ish par 3, straight down the hillside. So big putting area, but a lot of trees that'll mess with the flight of your disc as you're coming down the hill.
Yep. Again, I've mentioned this distance control, angle control, and controlling all that air underneath your disc is key on this course. It's definitely easy to fade left or go long on this hole. Jennifer missing it to the right, but taking that local route that I seem to accidentally hit all the time.
If that works if you don't hit anything, yeah. It will come around. Drop right down. Just trying to run it straight down there. That's floater.
Fantastic shot. But as you see, she landed that a few feet from the basket, and she's still going to be near the edge of the circle. Owen lighting up a JK AVR. Missing right. And she's going to have some work to do. It's like Melinda may be lining up a mid.
Oh, this is a nice shot.
Wow.
Yeah.
Giving a little bit of an ace run, but right there, just inside the circle with Jennifer.
Okay, so again, Owen with a tough approach here through some trees.
Hits the gap. Pretty good recovery shot. All right, maybe 30 feet here for Melinda. And she knocks it down. And she wants to get cheers from the locals here.
Getting some love from the spectators. Yes.
Des matches it. Jennifer never got it center.
Now this is for Owen's par. She's in.
Good par save. So we got 2 players carding the birdies and 2 players carding the pars.
We head to hole number 5, and this is one of the signature holes of Harmony Bend's disc golf course. One of the holes that John Houck was particularly excited about when he designed it. Knew that it was going to be costly and a lot of effort go into building this hole, and he said he was a little bit surprised not to get any pushback from the city when he told them what he wanted to do with hole number 5, and they said, let's do it. So beautifully landscaped. It is a tough hole. You've got to get to the top, then you've got a dog leg to the right. It finishes off a little bit to the left.
Yep.
See if they're going to try and get up to some spots where they can stand.
Des lining up a Roadrunner, I believe, and safely up to the flat. Maybe a little bit obstructed by that tree, but anything up top's good. Melinda lining up some type of end of a driver here.
Again, the basket is off to the right, deep.
And I'm sure you hear this every time you watch disc golf on YouTube. Just the elevation doesn't even come through here. They're throwing 25, 30 feet directly uphill before they even get to the landing zone.
Tough to keep your disc flat when you're doing that.
Jennifer lining up a splatter strike. And kind of a bad kick over towards 6's fairway.
But so much power on the shot that it goes off the tree and shot across the fairway. She's actually not going to be in too bad a position over there.
Owen throwing, I believe, a champion strike. Great shot. Pumped it up there. Caught a little bit of the tree, but right center fairway.
You can see that Des was obstructed or is by that tree.
Yeah, when she's going to the forehand, that it's maybe not her preferred shot.
And it just didn't get flat for her there to glide. So she'll have a...
She should be able to get up and down to save par still, though. Jennifer from way over by 6's fairway.
Oh, that's great.
Hits that back gap that John gave for the shots that drift long and out to just outside the circle.
Third shot for Owen here.
Yep. Throwing it up. I believe that's a JK AVR.
And Melinda with that nice drive. She really cut off a bunch of the corner when she went over there.
I really feel like this white one that she's throwing a lot is a rock. Just inside the circle, maybe 20 feet. That's trying to get up and down and save her par. Good speed control on that shot. About 8 feet left. Jennifer for the birdie. And she drains it. Well, uphill just outside the circle. Fantastic putt.
So she goes off the tree, skips into the other fairway, recovery shot, and then birdie. Wow. And Owen goes off the rim there.
Yep. She'll have a little bit to clean up for par. Melinda for her birdie.
Yeah, that putter's been on fire for her.
Yeah, after, 2 great shots. Great drive, great upshot, great putt. That's how you score birdies. Des to clean up her par.
There it is.
And Owen's probably only got a couple feet for her tap out. And we'll be moving on to hole 6. Kind of staying on this theme of 2 birdies, Jennifer and Melinda with the birdies, and Des and Owen with the pars.
So to hole number 6, and it is a slow sweeping dog leg to the left. There are a lot of trees involved. There's a couple of fairways, the one on the right side being the wider of the two. There is a little bit of a left fairway over there, but you need to get it around, basically get it to this big dead tree that's in the middle of the fairway and let it hyzer back into the putting area.
Yep. This hole definitely has potential for rollaways because you're throwing a hyzer on a hyzer angle. You can throw what you think is a fantastic shot and then find your disc 100 feet down the hill.
Yeah, the right side is trouble. Real trouble. As you can see, it's pretty rough. Melinda bringing it around. And that's a great drive. That's exactly what you want.
Yeah, fantastic. About 15 feet right in the mulch there.
Jennifer Allen.
Yeah, she's lining up a Cayman here.
Plenty of power to get this one there. Oh, and the ricochet is going to put her down in the cabbage. That's going to be a mess. See where she ends up. Just cutting that left fairway.
Hitting that local gap with the Stingray and just outside the circle.
Wow. Okay.
Looks like Owen's lining up a driver again. I think this yellow one's a destroyer. Which will tell you,
Yep.
with the uphill and the angle, she's throwing a high-speed driver on a, 190-foot hole.
Yep. Caught by one of the defender trees, but her upshot is a good one. Now here, Jennifer Allen from down in the woods.
Really difficult upshot here.
Yeah, that's well done. It's a tough angle to get to the basket from there.
Yep. Still got a lot of work to do, but giving herself an opportunity to save par.
That's for birdie. Nope.
Yeah, obstructed putt there, having to putt around the tree, but she should have an easy par.
Okay, now this is for Jennifer's par.
Never gets it over the rim with her Yeti.
Yep,
Cleaning up her bogey. Melinda stepping up after her fantastic drive. Hopefully to clean up her birdie.
That was an excellent drive. Well done.
Yeah.
Melinda rocking the Kansas City Chiefs gear.
Yeah, we appreciate that for sure.
Cleaning
up her par.
And an easy one here for Des. There we go. And we head over to number 7, and a hole that is just, every time I play this, it's so deceptive. It looks like you should just be able to pop it right there. But there are defender trees in all the right places, and you really need a nice, pure shot. Once you get out in the field, it's wide open. You can make some long putts here, but
yeah, for the backhand shot, you got those first trees on the left, and then you got that bunch of kind of bunker trees on the right. So you had to throw a pretty straight shot. To me, I think the play on this, if you have it, is the forehand, because you can sort of get a little more distance from the obstacles. Melinda taking the pad here, lining up.
And that's going to catch one of those trees on the right. That happens.
Yep. She's going to have to work to save her par.
Just going with the backhand too. Oh, that is just laced. Wow, that's a great shot.
Yep. Circle one, maybe 20 feet. Owen's got the forehand, strong forehand game, so she's going to go ahead and try to avoid.
Didn't quite get the air under it that she wanted, I don't think.
Yep, so she's going to have to make a long putt if she wants birdie. Jennifer lining up a Mako 3. And
All the
just
way
giving
down.
it an ace run, but when you run the ace, you're going to have a 50-footer on this hole. There's a big berm right behind the basket.
Melinda trying to up and down.
Yep, pitching up nicely to save her par. Jennifer from 55, 60 feet past the basket.
She's right there. As you can see, just right past the basket, there's that drop off. Just drops down about 3 feet.
There you go.
Great putt.
Yeah, nice, just outside the circle putt from Owen there. All her work paying off, and you can kind of see she's walking kind of gingerly there. She has a bit of a back injury.
Des with a nice putt there.
Fantastic birdie for Des.
Nearly $150,000 in career earnings for Des Riding. 202 wins. 2 wins.
Yeah, I mean, that's like 4 times more tournaments than most people have even played, and that's how many she's won.
Everybody tap it in. We're going to head over to number 8. This is a short hole, uphill. There are rollaway problems here, but really it's a hole that you got to birdie. You need to get this one. You feel like you par it, and you've lost a stroke on everybody.
Yeah. So, yeah, this one's a 123-foot, par 3, way uphill. Dangers of rollaways, but, just throw it up there above the basket and let it trickle on down.
Yeah.
Just like that.
There you go. Everybody's thinking, I'll just take that one. And
I'm
call it
going
a
back
day.
to this forehand play. She gave it the height.
There it is.
Another excellent shot. Linda throwing this white mid.
And yeah, she's going to stay up there. There we go.
Wow, I don't think anybody's outside of 15 feet
No,
yet.
there's a lot of tap ins going on here.
Yeah, this is a Cayman for Jennifer.
And again, yeah, like I said, you just need this birdie in competition. You can see why everybody's going to be there. Oh, did you? Yeah, Jennifer stays up.
And that's how you do it as a group. Jennifer's out here at maybe 15 feet.
And the turbo from below the basket.
Knocks it down.
There you go. And I believe Owen's going to tap in next. Owen Scoggins has had an incredible year. Of course, we've mentioned world champion. She also won the Aspen Sports Tree Bash Open, the St. Patrick's Classic, the Memorial. She's had a great run here lately.
Cleaning up her birdie. Have a couple more cleanups here. And barring something extremely unusual, we'll have a star frame.
All right, we're going to head to the second par 5 in the front 9. Of course, we started off with the par 5, number 1. And number 9 is the first of 2 back-to-back par 5s. But it's a long one with 2 different fairways. You can go around the left side and bring it back to the right, or go down the right side and bring it back up here. We're taking the zone flyover down the right fairway.
Yep. This is a 505-foot par 5. And in my opinion, you want to play it just the way the drone flew there. The right fairway is much wider and has much better options for accessing the green. So we'll see how these ladies try to play it.
Des riding up first. Des and Jay now living in Wimberley, Texas.
I think she was going for the right gap. I'm not sure, but she threw it right into the center of the bunker trees.
Yeah. I never can decide whether to go right or left, and so I usually end up right in the middle of those bunker trees.
Looks like Owen's lining up a halo turn here.
And that's a shot.
Fantastic
Yeah.
shot right out the gap. Good position, as you can see, to throw the second shot right down that right side fairway.
Melinda's saying, let's see if I can do that.
Lining up this red driver that she's been throwing a bunch.
Is it up a little higher? She's going to be fine. This is a great shot.
Yep.
Also in the fairway.
Perfectly placed, center fairway. Lots of options from there. Jennifer's lining up a blue destroyer. And into the bunker trees with Des.
The thing about this hole is there are a lot more 7s than there are 4s on this hole for sure.
Blizzard Boss forehand here. And pitches over. Oh, don't roll.
Okay.
A little more roll than she wanted, but she was just trying to pitch to that wider right fairway there.
A lot of trees on this hole, but well maintained. And again, hats off to the Columbia Disc Golf Club and the hard work that they've done in the city of Columbia, the Parks and Rec, getting these courses in great condition. But because they're in such great condition, there are a lot of hallways. You know, you get off to the side and you still are going to have a look at it. And that saved Melinda there.
Yeah, well, dropped her there in the center of that right fairway. Des on her second shot rolled over here to this fairway, so it looks like they're all going to end up playing it up the right side. She put a good move on that.
Played out nice.
Yeah.
Fairway.
So she's going to be in that spot where she's going to really have to consider if she wants to run this, because there's a big drop-off bluff behind the basket.
Owen with her second shot after that beautiful drive, and she's in just tremendous position.
Wow. Forehand in that strike, and she's going to be just outside the circle for an eagle look. Jennifer, after the unfortunate roll, kind of in jail down here, but still managed to throw a pretty good shot.
It's her third.
She maybe has 50 feet left with a decent angle where she can run it if she wants.
Melinda with her third shot here.
Wow. So she caught a tree there. She's going to have that sort of challenging downhill putt with the elevation to play behind it.
So here's for the birdie for Des.
Right off the cage.
And Jennifer, after her scrambling, she's still got this for birdie.
Yep.
Yep.
Just laying it up.
Tap in pars there. Own.
Ooh.
Oh, no.
Don't roll.
Oh, my.
Oh, man. You hate to see that after an eagle look.
That was for eagle. Now Melinda for her birdie. Let's see how far Owen went down that hill, because that is a ticklish spot on. She's down in a pit. It's a tough spot.
So, yeah, she's got to be putting about 8 to 10 feet uphill here.
That was for birdie.
And just couldn't get it over the rim. Looks like everyone's going to be looking at a par putt.
Melinda, she's been money from this distance today. So.
Knocks it down. Rest of the players pretty much have cleanups, I think. Yeah. For Owen, there shouldn't be any trouble. Knocking it in with her JK.
I'll tell you what, a star par on this hole is impressive.
Yeah, nothing to complain about for sure.
No.
Although I'm sure a couple of them wanted more after, their position, but nothing to be ashamed of here.
And that's the front nine of the 2021 PDGA Tim Selinske U.S. Masters Championships presented by Innova.
Yep, still a tight match here. One shot. We got Jennifer 22 down and Owen leading at 23 down. Des at 20 down and Mel at 17 down after 9 holes. See you guys on the back nine.